Welcome to Season 2 of Semiosis 101. This week we have a preview video of the theme for the next 20 videos. A new season and a new theme to explain Peirce's semiotic theory of semiosis, sign action, in designer-centric terms. Season 2's theme is the Semiotic Rosetta Stone. So let me put that into context. The original Rosetta Stone was the discovery of a carved stone that finally broke the mystery of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. This was achieved because this stone plaque contained the same text in 3 languages. Hieroglyphics, which was untranslatable, ancient Greek, which was known, and a third language, which was Demotic. Demotic was a meta-language which could be used to mediate an unlocking of the unknown from the known. Semiosis 101 is here to do just that for Peirce's theory. The Semiotic Rosetta Stone is an umbrella term I use to describe the need for a designer-centric explanation of Peirce's semiotic theory of semiosis. The Semiotic Rosetta Stone is also the term that frames my academic research, under which I ran workshops and was academically published. In Season 2, this will be the broad focus of how the next 20 videos will help you to apply semiosis into your own design or illustration work. To begin this, the first 5 videos will be your Semiosis 101 101 to understand semiotic theory. We will begin at the beginning by dispelling 5 things that semiotics gets confused with. It is always good to go back to basics in order to rebuild your visual communication practice from a stronger foundation by helping you make more successful connections with your target audience. How do you, visual communicators, improve your effectiveness to positively convey the intended connotative messages encoded in your work? With many years' experience of teaching of design and illustration to university students, I have observed 5 common problems students have with embedding semiotic theory. Students hear semiotic science and think signage. They think it is the design of signage. They hear semiotic science and think a method to understand what has already been created. Students misconstrue semiotics as a fixed thing instead of an open-ended process. They believe semiotics to be an abstract thought exercise in books that are not relevant to their visual communication work. Finally, students are frightened to begin to understand semiotics because it is not written in their language. Semiosis 101's first 5 videos of Season 2 will address these problems. In Semiosis 101, I have spent Season 1 outlining Peirce's main semiotic theory into designer-centric language. In doing so, Semiosis 101 has begun to create a lexicon of designer-centric terms, like the demotic meta-language between ancient Greek and hieroglyphics, to decipher Peirce's theory for those of you out there who cannot make head nor tail of his obtuse language. But so far, that designer-centric lexicon remains a short list of terms using a lot of creative industry context to explain the theory. In order to explain Peirce's meaning, we do first have to explore the design context in which it can be applied to enhance our visual communication ability. In Season 1, we have explored these contexts using professionally produced illustration and design sketches and outcome to understand how semiosis, sign action, works to hook the target audience. In Season 2, we will go deeper in expanding a designer-centric lexicon of terms for visual communicators in the creative industries to apply semiosis into your work. To do this, we will build upon the results from semiotic probes that I have used with design professionals. These semiotic probes were used in research projects with 2 collaborators, Professor Paul Cobley, a semiotician at Middlesex University, and Dr. Sheila O'Neill at University of Dundee. These semiotic elements, framed by design and illustration professionals in their own terms, offer Semiosis 101 with clues of how the Semiotic Rosetta Stone's meta-language can help the application of semiosis into visual communication practice. Now, these clues will be shown how they connect with the need of every visual communicator to successfully convey the intended encoded messages to the intended target audience. In Season 1, we have already seen how semiosis's triadic determination flow goes beyond the mere signifier signified. We have seen semiosis's powerful sign action involves our intended target audience. That audience involvement is key to why semiosis is important to understand by theoreticians, by visual communicators who create the illustrations and design outcomes the public encounters every day. Semiosis relies on a cycle of 3 stages: a concept, its representation, which leads to an interpretation. If successfully facilitated through sign action, then the concept reveals its message and meaning. Peirce's terms are more obtuse: object, representament, interpretant. Now, I did warn you about Peirce. In our metaphor of a semiotic Rosetta Stone, Peirce's language terms are as impenetrable to visual communicators as hieroglyphics. Semiosis 101 will translate Peirce. So whether you are a visual communicator, a designer, an illustrator, or just interested in understanding semiotics and how it can be applied, Semiosis 101 Season 2 will be your guide. Now that Season 1 can be referred back to for more detail, Season 2 will focus on this channel's viewers as beginners. In the next 20 Semiosis 101 videos, we will begin each episode with a basic question. Each question will focus on a simple point of view a beginner desires to ask. In the spirit of the theme, the Semiosis 101 video will answer the question in the most direct, creator-friendly way. In doing so, we will grow a designer-centric lexicon phrase by phrase. So don't be shy. Remember, there are no stupid questions. So ask your semiotic question in the comments. By adding your questions in the comments below, we will engage in a conversation that will grow our designer-centric meta-language to explain semiosis together. The designer-centric terms that Season 2 will develop will come from using examples drawn from many visual communicators' creative outcomes. What the Semiotic Rosetta Stone can mean to you is a way to visualize how Peirce's semiosis theory connects with our target audience by how we visually communicate. In our visual communication work, we produce various outcomes using appropriate visual language. It is in how this visual language, the aesthetic choices we make, hooks the attention of our target audience that can be enhanced with an application of semiosis. By shaping a design-centric meta-language through these videos, our visual communication effectiveness will grow. Season 1 of Semiosis 101 has already made some semiotic impact around the world. Since launching in 2022, I have been contacted by design lecturers as far afield as China who have used Semiosis 101 videos as a resource to teach semiotic theory to new generations of designers and illustrators. Now, to facilitate more of these direct impacts, I have placed semiotic resources on a Semiosis 101 Substack. Now, some of these resources are free and some are paid subscription. This Substack resource will be added to over the coming months. The free resources will be in the form of video transcripts, while for paid subscribers, apart from the cool Semiosis 101 exclusive subscriber gifts, you'll get access to extra semiotic content, writings and comprehensive annotated semiosis reading lists. The Substack link is in the description below and from the Scouse-Scot website too. So that is our Semiosis 101 Season 2 preview. Through the metaphor of the Semiotic Rosetta Stone, I invite you, my viewers, to join the semiotic conversation. In fact, I send an open invitation to you to get featured in a future video in one way or another. It might be a featured question here, or even a guest appearance in the video there. Who knows? It all depends on what level of involvement you fancy. You do not even have to be a designer or an illustrator. The historic Rosetta Stone took over 20 years to translate ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics and unlock hidden treasures. Semiosis 101 aims to not take as long as that, but like its historic namesake, the Semiotic Rosetta Stone will also take more than one person to crack it. Want to help? I'm Dave Wood, a design educator and researcher, a published design author, and have worked commercially as both a freelance illustrator and graphic designer. The guy behind the theory, Charles Sanders Peirce, was a philosopher, a mathematician, and a theorist, but he wasn't a creative. Each week on this Scouse-Scot Semiosis 101 YouTube channel, I'll post at least one 10-minute explainer video on an aspect of Peirce's pragmatic semiotic theory. Each video will feature a take-home piece of applicable semiotic theory, and they do interconnect to build up your understanding of semiosis. Each free Semiosis 101 10-minute video will use designer-centric terms instead of theoretical language so that illustrators and graphic designers can understand and follow. As a fellow creative and a published design author, I have a link in the description to my Scouse-Scot website. If you are interested in reading my Semiotic Rosetta Stone academic writing, then you can visit my academia.edu link in the description. Any other books on Peirce semiotics or design I've mentioned in the videos are also listed in the description. Check them out too. Thanks for watching. Check out the other videos, like and share them with your friends, and hit the bell and subscribe buttons to be notified when next week's video is published. You can also follow Semiosis 101 on the socials for updates. It's Scouse_Scot on Instagram and Semiosis 101 on Twitter. See you all again next week for more Semiosis 101 to help illustrators and designers to enhance your visual communication skills.